Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Stubborn Developers. So today here we are to start a new playlist that is TypeScript. So TypeScript is a very popular language nowadays, which is basically the superset of the JavaScript. So superset means like whatever feature JavaScript provides us. So TypeScript provides all those features. Along with those all features, it provides us some enhanced features as well. So today we will know all about the TypeScript and what are the prerequisites to start the TypeScript and when it was first time appeared and who was the person, who was the organization who just bring it into the market. Okay, so guys, let's start without any delay. So now let's move to the next one. So guys, TypeScript introduction, if I talk about, so TypeScript is a strongly typed object oriented compile language. So it means TypeScript use, as the name suggests, it uses the types. Okay, types of the variables, type of the methods, all these things we will know all about in upcoming videos. Okay, and it is also object oriented. So we know that like C++ we have already used, so that is also based on the object oriented base. Like we have classes there, we have abstract classes, we have data encapsulations, interfaces, we have a lot of things. So what we have achieved with the C++, so we are going to achieve the same in JavaScript as well with the help of TypeScript. Okay, and it's a basically compiled language. So like our whatever code we have written in the TypeScript, it will be used at the time of compile. Like whenever we will compile our TypeScript, so what it will do, it will just compile the things and it will check for any errors, whatever we have defined for the TypeScript standard, or we can say in the TypeScript configuration, like we should check like strictly types of the methods. It will check all these type of configurations whatever we have done, and then it will convert all the TypeScript into the JavaScript, plain JavaScript we can say. Okay, so it was designed by Anders, and that was the designer of C#. That time when he designed it, so he was working in the Microsoft. So we can say that firstly it was published by the Microsoft, and now it was firstly appeared on the 1st October 2012. Sometimes the question comes like that, like how old the language is and all these things. So it was firstly appeared in the 1st October 2012. And in actual TypeScript is both a language and a set of tools. Yes, TypeScript is a work as a language as well, and it also provides a lot of tools to work in a smooth manner with the JavaScript things. So we will see in ahead videos. And TypeScript is a typed superset of JavaScript compiled to JavaScript. In other words, TypeScript is JavaScript plus some additional features. As I mentioned in the previous slides at the time of intro, so basically JavaScript provides us a lot of features, but those features are not enough to develop a high or a big project. So that time TypeScript comes into the game, and TypeScript does rest of the things, like they provides all the features of JavaScript along with other features as well. So that's why we have called it as a superset of JavaScript. So guys, now move to the next slide. There are a few questions that basically which hits our mind whenever we think like somebody in your colleague, in your circle, like some colleague comes to you and directly say that, do you know TypeScript? So some questions directly hit your mind, like what is TypeScript? Is TypeScript front-end or back-end? Why do we need TypeScript instead of JavaScript? I'm doing very good with the JavaScript, then why should I go for the TypeScript? Should I learn TypeScript today? And prerequisites to learn TypeScript. Like what are the things you should learn first before the TypeScript? We will know all that. So let's move to the next slide. So guys, first is what is TypeScript? So JavaScript and more. First thing is JavaScript and more. Like TypeScript, as I mentioned previously, TypeScript adds additional syntax to the JavaScript to support a tighter integration with the editor and catch errors early in your data. When you write a code in the TypeScript, so guys, at the time of writing the code, TypeScript itself shows you the errors if you have not followed the standards, whatever is configured. Like I suppose I have defined a method that should strictly return a boolean, but you are returning any string from there, or you are returning an object from there, so it will directly on the spot, your editor will show directly the errors on that line, so you can easily catch up those errors. And it is the basically thing before the compilation itself. Although whenever you will go to the compile the things, the TypeScript code, then you will also get those errors. Okay, and now a result you can trust. Whatever result TypeScript compiler will produce, so you can trust on that. Like, because TypeScript code converts to JavaScript. Whatever you have written the TypeScript, whenever you will compile it, so all the JavaScript files will be converted into JavaScript. So on which runs anywhere JavaScript runs. Browser we can say, on Node.js or Deno, and in your apps, whatever you are using. So wherever JavaScript can run, so it can run. So we don't have any dependency like TypeScript can run on this, because TypeScript ultimately what it does compile the TypeScript code into JavaScript itself. And every browser nowadays, every mobile browser can run JavaScript easily. Without JavaScript there is nothing. Okay, and now it is a safety at scale. Yeah, TypeScript understands JavaScript and uses type interfaces to give you great tooling without additional code. Yeah, so it is provide us basically the interfaces. It is type interfaces, so you can use with a great tooling, and you don't need to write any additional code. You will see in the future videos, in the next sessions, whatever we will have. The second question which hit our mind, that is TypeScript front end or back end? Guys, we already know, like, and nowadays we have two things, like one is the front end and another is the back end. Like whatever user can interact, it is totally the front end on the browser side, whatever we see, and whatever operations are doing behind the scene, whatever operations are performing, that is basically totally our back end. Okay, so TypeScript is neither a front end nor a back end programming language. It is a superset of the popular software language, that is JavaScript. This is why TypeScript naturally suits front-end applications. However, TypeScript also works well with the Node backend. So we can say TypeScript can work for the front end as well and as a back end as well. So there is no restrictions like it is a front end only or it is a back end only. Okay, so now move to the next question which hit our mind. Like, why do we need TypeScript instead of JavaScript? I'm already doing very well with the JavaScript, and then why I need it? So guys, here I will explain you why. Actually, TypeScript improves your productivity while helping avoid bugs. Yeah. Earlier what we were doing with the JavaScript, like we were writing the code, and when we were running the code actually, then we were getting the bugs. At the time of production we can say, or at the time of runtime, we were getting the bugs. But if we are using the TypeScript, so all those bugs can come as we are writing the code. Even and again on the next step or next phase we can say, when we will compile the code. If our code is written in the TypeScript, so we can catch these bugs as early as possible, or we can say before the production we can easily get it and solve all them. It also shows us hints as well, like what should be the probable solution over there. Modern editor, there are a lot of in the market, like VS Code editor is one of them. So if you will use TypeScript, the VS Code editor, so there are a lot of extensions as well, so which will help us to avoid the bugs. Now TypeScript brings future JavaScript to today. Yeah. So whatever there is something is planned in JavaScript to be released in future, so we can do it today itself. But for that, what we need TypeScript to achieve that. Okay, so that's why we can say TypeScript brings future JavaScript to today. And third is TypeScript provides scalability to work on large projects because of object-oriented programming support and type safety features and many more. So guys, suppose if we are working on a big project or we are planning to work on, so JavaScript is not enough for that. So we should, or I will say we must use TypeScript to that project. Okay, because it provides us all the feature whatever we have earlier used in the C++, like data encapsulation, interfaces, and all these type of inheritances, or what we can do. So there are basically totally object-oriented programming we can support using the TypeScript. So we should use it. And now framework encourages TypeScript. Yes guys, you have seen the market, like these days various frameworks are there, like React framework, Angular, Node.js, Vue.js. So all these frameworks supports TypeScript. Even you may be surprised, even Angular has its primary language is TypeScript. TypeScript is JavaScript with the extra features and also support ECMAScript. So that is the reason why many frameworks nowadays are encouraging us to work on the TypeScript. And it also provides us a quality code, better quality code we can do with the help of TypeScript. So that's why many frameworks are supporting us, or they are encouraging us to work on same. So now let's move to the next challenge, whatever we hit on the mind. Like that is a big challenge. Like everybody, suppose we have enough interest to work on the TypeScript, but we have a question like, what should I know before learn the TypeScript? Yes. So guys, that is the only thing that is JavaScript. It is highly recommended to have a good understanding of JavaScript before learning TypeScript. Or I will say that is the only thing. JavaScript is highly recommended, the only thing to understand before the TypeScript. TypeScript is ultimately JavaScript, with extended features only. So TypeScript code is also compiled into JavaScript code, and TypeScript files can contain regular JavaScript code as well. So you must know JavaScript before the learning TypeScript. One time you will start learning, I believe you will be fall in love with JavaScript. So that is the only thing. So before the TypeScript, I will recommend you to follow my other playlist of the JavaScript and learn to move ahead. Okay guys. So I believe I have cleared all doubts, all queries, all questions, whatever they hit your mind, like what is TypeScript, who was the person who came into our life, and why we need it. If everything is going fine with the JavaScript, then why we need it? What are the challenges and all these things, what are the features. So although I have cleared all these things, but still if you have any query, if you have any questions, so you are free to post in the comment box. I will back to you as soon as possible I can. So I will be happy to help you and help out you all the queries. So guys, thank you for this session, watching this video carefully. Now move to the next videos to start the actual development on the TypeScript, which will be very helpful and you will enjoy a lot, believe me. Yeah, so till the time, take care.